Hi, Daniel. How are you doing? Hello, guys.
Hello, teacher.
How are you doing, guys?
Hi, teacher. Larissa.
Hi, Larissa. Unfortunately, I cannot see Larissa very well. I think it's because of the... No, yeah, I can see. All right. Okay. Hi, guys. How are you doing? All right. We're going to see today's topic. We're going to start as usual with a game to see if you can figure it out. What is it? This is a very different topic from what we've seen so far. Sorry, I'm turning my camera off because my internet is a little bit slow. So if you could, guys, join me in sharing the link on the chat right there. Okay, thank you, guys. All right, let's start. Please let me know if you can hear. All right. Answer this. Last place. Right, great. Daniel, could you read a sentence, please?
Sure. being a being a stuntman is more dangerous than being a teacher.
Yes, great. Thank you very much. Do you know the meaning of a stuntman?
Not really, but I can imagine. For example, when the people who make or do movies, they have a stuntman. I'm guessing that the risk people that the people that take the risk.
Yes.
Is maybe like that.
Yes, exactly. Like you've seen in the picture, in the previous picture, there was someone like it seemed like they were like with fire and stuff. No, obviously it's not the real actor. It's just someone else that does this type of dangerous things. No, instead of the actor. Great. All right, guys. So we're going to see this topic. You will realize in a sec. All right, we're gonna try to see some comparison. All right, this is the rattlesnake. All right, great. And Larissa, could you read a sentence, please?
This rattlesnake is bigger than a mouse.
Excellent. So it's a type of snake, no? Rattlesnake. All right, guys. Next. All right, great. Daniel, could you read this sentence, please?
Tony is better at English than at science.
Excellent. Great. So we're seeing some comparative words, right? Next. Okay, guys, what do you think here? Saying I'm not as tall. I'm not as tall. I'm not as taller. I'm not as taller than. Great. Okay, guys. So this is actually today's topic. Is related with making comparison with us. So there are some rules, no? But the same as we've seen with comparatives, adjectives, no? Comparative. The same we can do with us. However, here the difference is that take a look how it's organized, no? And how is the adjective. It's a little bit different of what we've seen, no? So let's try to figure it out, all right? Okay, let's see the next. All right, what do you think here? This boy isn't as tired as his mom, as tired as Matthew. Right. Okay. Larissa, could you read this sentence, please?
This boy isn't as tired as his mom.
Great, excellent. So as, then we have a word, and then no, try to understand the logic. Next. What do you think here? All right, guys. Daniel, let's read this one, please.
Being a nurse is more tiring than being a butler.
So here, no, that we're seeing a new way to make comparison, right? But today we're going to concentrate on us. Please let me know if there is anything that you can understand, please. Okay, we're here. Read number 3. All right, great job, guys. Daniel, let's read this one, please.
A 3 is a word smarter than a 5.
Great. So similar but different at the same time, no? So it's a comparative, just a regular comparative. All right, another one here. Skateboarding is. All right, very good. Larissa, let's read this one, please.
Skateboarding is more exciting than playing chess.
Great, very good. So another type of comparative. All right, next. What do you think here? Footballer. Someone that plays football, no? Okay, very good. Great job, guys. Daniel, will you read this one, please?
Footballer doesn't get as dirty as a farmer.
Great, very good. So we're making a comparison, right? A footballer and a farmer. All right, and finally, guys. My dad's car is great. All right, Larissa, could you read the last one, please?
My dad's car is faster than your motorbike.
Great. All right. So that was a little bit of different ways to make comparative, to use comparative, and also regular comparative, no? So great job, guys. All right, thank you very much. Larissa was second, third, and In today's topic, we're going to concentrate in another way to make comparisons, all right? So I'm going to share this before I explain so you guys can realize this on your own because sometimes it's better to find the logic first or after a proper explanation. No? So here we have different things and we have other things that we're going to compare them with. All right. So basically you have to try to find some matches. All right. And try to find the logic. Are the things similar? Are the things different? Are very different or a little similar? All right. So I have the link. Well, obviously, I guess, Daniel, you can share it. So
Okay.
let's work the both of you guys, please. You have the permission now.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you very much. So let's try to take turns. Maybe Larissa can start.
Okay. Has call has I.
All right. Great.
Okay.
What do you think?
As white as a sheet.
Very good.
Has red. Has a billiard ball or has a beetroot. Yes.
Because the billboard could be any color.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As green as grass.
As black as night.
As warm as iron.
Has flat. I'm not sure it has a rake. Or what is mean
No.
flat?
Flat, I guess that means plano.
Yes, something flat.
Okay. As toast.
For this one, as thin or thin as a rake.
As pretty.
It's as.
As
Has.
as pretty
As pretty.
as gold or as picture.
I'm not sure.
I'm good at picture.
I mean, we can always change it. No, it's fine if we can. We have to change some of them at the end.
Okay.
Okay. As old as a picture.
As good as a pancake.
Yeah. As bald as a billiard ball.
Good.
As white As the grave. What's this grave?
Tumba, puede ser.
The hills ahead.
Como las montañas, algo así. As hard as a grave. But I'm not sure if grave. Teacher, what means grave?
What is the meaning of what, sorry?
Grave.
Grave.
Grave. Oh.
Ah, tumba.
Yes, uh-huh.
And hills.
And which one, sorry? Huge?
Hills. Hills.
Colinas.
Oh, hills, yes.
Mm,
What do you think? Is there something that we can change?
I'm not sure. Could be.
What is mean bald?
Bold for me sounds like calvo. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Without.
So without hair,
Mhm.
it means circular. Mm,
Doesn't have fur, nothing. No?
I'm not sure. Could be okay.
All right. Let's try to send it.
Wow.
That's
Oh, flat. I don't know if flat is correct. But the other ones I didn't know.
Let's take a look to the answer.
Okay. As good as gold. As pretty as a picture. I didn't know that. As old as the hills. That's weird.
That's kind of odd, no?
Yeah. As hard as iron. For me, iron. Oh, cadena.
Warm.
Yeah, I guess I thought that iron is like plancha, and
Oh,
warm for me sounds like cálido, caliente.
oh yes. Yeah, hard is something maybe difficult, no? Or it could be something maybe
Yeah,
difficult to know.
that's what I thought with iron.
Mhm. But what can we see here, guys, so far?
Yeah, the comparison between two things.
Yes.
Similar.
Are, it could be, we can use other words. I'm going to present this in a second. But we can compare things and use other words to try to make maybe a bigger difference or maybe a very small difference. All right. So
All
let
right.
me explain a little bit of this topic and then we will practice a bit more. All right. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
All right. Great. So as plus an adjective, again, as, we can use it to compare things, maybe see some difference between different things, people, places, etc. Right? So we're gonna try to see that they are maybe different in some way, right? And again, it's as, the adjective, and then as again. So can we practice this conversation, please? Larissa, could you be Paul and Daniel Laura? Thank you.
Okay. How's the weather today?
It's as cold as yesterday.
Great, very good. So the comparison here is very easy to understand, right? They're talking about the weather, which it can change each day, and they're making a comparison with yesterday. It's as cold as yesterday. The adjective could change, could be anything. We know that an adjective is a word that basically just describes a person, a place, or a thing, right? So in this case, they're comparing a thing, right? The weather. And this means that yesterday was it was as cold as it is today. No? Yes, Daniel?
Teacher, this topic is new for me because I didn't know about us. Um, it is wrong to say, for example, for the same question. Now, before this, I, I, I answered like, it's like yesterday. It's raining like yesterday, or I used like instead of us and us.
Mhm.
But that is bad. That way is bad.
No, it's not incorrect. It's not wrong. It's also correct. It's just a little bit more informal. No, this maybe it's the proper way to make a comparison. No, however, the other way is maybe some is another informal way to express the same thing, because as you sing in the game, there are many things that there are many ways that we can compare different things. No, you can also use maybe a comparative adjective. No, remember what will be the comparative for cold?
Colder.
Yes. So how will you guys make a sentence with color, talking about the weather of today's weather and yesterday's weather? How will it sound like?
It's colder than yesterday.
Exactly. It's colder than yesterday. So both ways are correct, right? It's just different. What you mentioned before? What did you mention? Sorry, Daniel, you said it's like
It's
yesterday?
cold like yesterday.
Okay. It's cold like yesterday. Mm, it's correct because you are using like. And like is another word that helps us to describe, to make comparison. Actually, like is the next topic. So it's correct. No, it's another way. And well, you can even have another answer. No, when you are making comparison, that's the good thing that we can mention it in many different ways. No, but here your connector or your comparative word is like. If you don't use this, it will sound a little bit weird, no? But if you say like, or no, your comparative and then than, or as, any adjective as, no, it's correct.
Okay,
Maybe I will say
thank you.
like, it's a little bit more informal than these two. It's a little bit more,
Okay,
but it's the same, no? All right, let's continue. Let's see some rules. Okay, another example, sorry. Now, Daniel, could you be Clara and Larissa Anna, please? Thank you.
okay. How old are you, Anna?
I'm 25. My birthday was on April 1st. I'm as old as you, I think.
Funny, I thought you were younger.
Great, thank you very much. So besides as old as, can you find any other comparative here?
Younger.
Younger, yes, correct. So no, when we're making comparison, it's very common that we're going to see maybe different vocabulary related with the same, no? Because at some point that's the topic, right? If you're comparing maybe your car with your parents' car, you're gonna start talking maybe about how do they look like, how big they are, maybe if they are fast or maybe not fast enough, or how much it was. No, when you start making comparison about anything, it's not just going to be one sentence. No, you're going to make maybe many difference, or maybe many comparisons. No, so that's when we can use many different ways to make the comparison, right? So any questions here, guys?
No, teacher.
Okay, great, let's continue. So obviously this means that Clara is and Anne are both of them 25 years old. Okay, so the rules here It's very easy, right? As an adjective and as to compare things. But we have some words that help us to, for instance, here, no, emphasize. Just help us to emphasize that two things are the same. So as saying no is as it's called as yesterday is just saying that they are similar, right? It's just like yesterday, same thing, no? But when we say just, we are emphasizing that these two things are very similar. Daniel, could you read this one, please? Sorry.
Kate's apartment is just as big as Sam's apartment.
So here the word just is making and is emphasizing that, no, because it's not the same saying Kate's apartment is as big as Sam's apartment, right? It's saying it's just as big as Sam's apartment. No, it's saying it's not just, they're not just similar in the how big they are. No, it's saying just as big, maybe it's very, very similar. No, the difference is quite small. In this could be, I don't know, maybe how big it is, no? How big is something? So this is one of the rules, no? If you want to emphasize that something is very, very similar, almost the same, you say you use just, and just goes before as the adjective as, no? Any questions here?
For example, if I want to say, oh, your shoes are just as, how can I say? No, if the comparison is the same, exactly the same kind of shoes, it just is the same than mice.
If it's exactly the same, you can say no, they are the same. I have the same shoes, for example, no? There it's easy to make a comparison that they're the same because I don't know if you find any shoes, Nikes, Adidas, etc., you can get the same shoes. No, but it's not the same in apartments. It's very rare. No, it's very difficult that an apartment is going to be as someone else's apartment. No,
But if I want to
there's
say, oh, sorry. The thing is that I wanted to say not the same, but pretty similar.
yeah.
I don't know how to say that even now.
Maybe with shoes, maybe you can say, oh, my shoes or my sneakers looks no. Mm, yeah, it will be a bit correct. Mm,
Just pretty similar than mine.
it could be they're as cool as yours, maybe, no? Cool something, or something, no? It could be maybe with something else. Shoes is a bit tricky.
Yeah.
Maybe size or something. Size is that it could be close to something, no?
Yeah, but are for more I don't know how can I say this, but adjectives that are uh, not specific at all. Maybe big, uh, heavy, something like that.
Maybe adjectives that describe the appearance of something, such as beautiful, or maybe usually adjectives are like that, no? Maybe not really specific adjectives. I think that's what you meant, no?
Yeah.
For example, maybe a color, no? How can you compare? It's a weird comparison, no? Oh, my jeans are as blue as yours. No,
Yeah,
it's
something.
a weird comparison, but maybe like they are as long as yours. I don't know. No, maybe a little bit more vague, maybe a little bit more big. No, maybe not as specific as a color. Maybe something related with size, or maybe with like how new they are or as appearance, but not as specific. No.
Okay. Maybe we will see this in
Correct.
some examples.
Yes, yes, sure. We're going to
Okay.
see some exercises related with this numbers. Okay, guys, let me erase this part. 1 second, please. Okay. So remember, just use it to emphasize. Not that something is very similar, almost the same as something else. Okay. Now, when we want to emphasize that something is very similar, for example, with I don't know if that ever happened to you, Larissa, but for to me it happened a lot. For example, the color of a lipstick. No, I see a friend, a girlfriend, and they're wearing a very, I don't know, cute lipstick, and I'm like, oh, I have a lipstick almost the same color. No, because you're like, oh, I have something like very similar, or my sister has a very similar shoes like those. No, because you see different things that are almost the same. No, very similar, but not the same. No, like almost. So, for example, here, Daniel, could you be Frankie and Larissa, Sarah, please?
Okay.
Okay. I'm almost as old as you.
You are not. You're only 12. I'm 13.
Yes. So this almost is like, oh, like if it wouldn't be like means maybe this a little thing, no, it will be the same. It's almost like almost that, but not the same, no? I don't know. It could be with maybe clothes. No, I think we can find that similarity with other people, or maybe with cases, no, with many things that we can see like looks like they are the same, but no, it's almost like, but it's not the same. No, it's almost. Please let me know if my internet breaks down a little bit, because I'm getting the little notification that my internet is a little bit slow. But can you understand here that almost is like, oh, almost, but not there, no? It's very similar, but not like the same, no?
Yes,
Correct.
teacher.
It's clear.
Thank you. Okay. Now, what happened here? Sorry. Okay. To compare to people, not us, no? We don't use that. No, when the things are different, we don't say us. So for example, Frank and Maggie aren't as old as Anne. No, so we use negative. No, we use not as, adjective as. Not is saying that they're not different. They're not similar. They're different. No. So let's see this example. Then could you be Paul and Larissa, Laura, please?
Okay. Amy is so shy sometimes.
She isn't as shy as Mai. This means that Mai is shyer than Emmy.
Great, thank you very much. Well, this is the explanation. So here, what do we have? Obviously, here we are using the verb be, no, and the verb be is going to become a negative, no? She isn't as, because we're talking about people, no? If you were talking about a thing, we don't always use contractions, no? However, here, because we're talking about the person, the contraction goes with is not, no? Is not, she is not as, blah, 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 as Maggie, right? So we have negative. So because we're saying they are not similar, they're different. No. Second example, please, Daniel, Kate, and then Larissa, Luis.
Is Mexico City expensive?
Mexico City is expensive, but it's not as expensive as Tokyo.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So it's the same thing. Here, the comparison is related with a thing. So, sorry guys, I think you might have problems to hear me. I'm turning my camera off for a moment. So here, because we're talking about a place, no, when we make comparisons, we are going to talk about the thing, the person, the place, right? And we're going to use the verb be because the verb be expresses or talks about the person, right? There we start. So that's why the contraction comes with be, the verb be, aren't or isn't or it's not, no? That's why we have the contractions there in case that wasn't very clear, no? So they aren't as old as, or it isn't as shy as, or but it is not as expensive at this other place, no? So the negative in the case of things, we don't put contractions, right? It's we don't have contraction for it, no? It is, it's not, no? So any question here, guys? The contraction or the negative comes before us, no?
Yeah, it looks pretty similar than the than,
Yes.
but I'm trying to remember where I heard as not as
Mm,
expensive or as, but for me in this case, Mexico City is expensive, but it's not more expensive than Tokyo, for example. That sounds better for me, and in our level, for me, it's easier to say in the other way with
yeah,
than.
it's not.
But the question is there a rule for use this, or it could be both?
If we follow your example, is not more expensive as Tokyo, is incorrect. It's more, it sounds very Spanish, no? Because we have like a double negative in the sentence, no? And you're using as at the end, but not as in the middle. So the rule basically is that, no? To make a comparison, we mention maybe the first thing, then is like maybe como, like comillas, no? As it's like comparing maybe the first person or thing or whatever, then the adjective, and then as is introducing the second thing, no? Or whatever you're
Okay.
comparing. So the things that you're comparing, they have to go like on the sides. Then we have as, no? And then the adjective you're making the comparison with the other. Visually, I think it makes sense. With not might be a little bit more confusing, no? Because you're saying, okay, this was very similar, this is similar to this, but then you're saying not. They are not as, for example, expensive as but
Okay.
if we use more, it's incorrect. Right? There is incorrect.
So
But with
that
like, maybe we can try to make the same sentence with like. What do you think?
okay. So that is one of the cases for use as instead of than.
Yes, yes. It's just as. No, this is a rule just for as, adjective as.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, great. No worries, guys. We're going to practice this a bit more. It's quite easy. Obviously, it's maybe it's difficult to make or maybe to leave the comparatives aside because it's basically the same thing. No, but this is just a new way to make comparisons. But no worries, we will practice in a second. Okay, let me clear this. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I don't know why I have this again. All right, so that would be it for that. Okay, then we're going to see like in a moment if we have time today. Okay, but no, it's the same. We can compare people. So let's see.
Oh, teacher,
Let
we
me
can
show
hear you very
you
well.
one little exercise. You cannot?
Yeah, we
You
cannot.
cannot hear me, guys? Okay, great. So let me see. All right. I believe it's this one. 1 second, please.
Teacher?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. I have a question. I remember that I heard. Can you hear me? Oh, maybe you can turn
Yes,
on.
I hear.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I think it's my internet.
Okay. Let me know if you cannot hear me. But I was about to say that
Yes.
I remember that with at my work, some guys uses as, for example, at the end of a sentence, even in writing or even in speaking. I don't not that not the final word, but before the final word. As I don't know, I'm trying to remember, but the thing is, I didn't see the two as in one sentence. I just saw, for me, as sounds like como, antes.
Mhm. So
Entonces, eso
maybe,
quería consultarle.
yeah. So maybe they are just using as a regular, I don't know, just as a word. Maybe they're not comparing. No, they're making that. Maybe they're not making a comparison.
Okay.
So,
So,
for example, mm, I don't know if you can think of how to use as, but no without like making a proper comparison, maybe. Sorry, can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you now.
All right, so sorry. Maybe you can think of a sentence to maybe use as, but not as comparison.
Uh, for example, mm, uh, yesterday was hotter, was a hot day, or I don't know. The thing is that I don't know how to use as, and even it's difficult for for me understand.
With as a comparison, like not a comparison.
Yeah, not a comparison. Even when I read
Mhm.
as, I don't know what they're trying to say,
Mhm.
but I will look for a sentence and I will try to ask you with that because
Yes,
I can remember.
yeah, that's fine. One common expression that it's very similar to Spanish is as I was saying. You probably hear that before. As I was saying, and it's not necessarily making a comparison. As I was saying, it's just maybe recalling something else. No, as I was saying, blah 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 blah. No. The use of as could be used like in a simple way, but I will say it's a little bit more common to use it as a comparison. I don't know. It's not as hot as yesterday. I don't know. Maybe you didn't realize the first as, and then you just recall the second part, and then maybe the last word. But if you can think of an example, obviously I can explain a little bit more. I can
Okay,
try
teacher.
to look into maybe for next class. When we finish with like, maybe we can see
Sure.
other uses of this word. Let me turn off my camera. Sorry, I'm getting the internet connection again. Okay, so let's see this one. Let's see if we can try to recognize the topic. No, it's just a simple sentence to see the use of as in simple way. So I believe I shared this with you guys through the chat. Could you share it, please?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right.
The same.
It is the same, right?
It is the same? Oh, so sorry. I don't know what happened. Let me
Maybe this one.
share. Yeah, sorry. I'm sharing the other, the correct link. Okay. Let me see. For some reason, I don't think this is 132. No, I think it's sharing the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we got
Is it?
we got it.
All right, awesome. Okay, what do you think here?
Okay, I can start. I don't think your suitcase is big enough for all your clothes.
All right.
I'm sorry, but you aren't as good as to play. No, you aren't good enough to play for the team.
All right.
Sweets aren't as healthy as vegetables.
You aren't clever enough, you think. Oh no, sorry. As clever as you think.
Yeah, it's correct. But you
Mm,
know what is clever?
Which one? Cleaver?
clever, yes.
You know what is clever?
No, I don't remember.
Clever is like Cortés? No. Teacher, what is the meaning of clever?
It's related with smart or intelligent. Remember, clever,
Oh,
someone that is quick to think maybe of an answer or maybe to get a solution. That's
okay.
clever, you know,
It's
someone that,
related with smart.
yes,
All
exactly.
right.
Fast.
Today is as sunny as yesterday.
Is the soup uh, hot enough for you?
All right, great, excellent. So let me show you the next exercise. I'm not sure if you can see. Can you see my screen, guys?
It's loading. Yes, we can now.
Not all right, awesome. So what we're gonna try to do is try to think of another thing that we can compare with this animal. All right, so let's try to think of something that it could be as whatever you think this animal looks like. Okay, maybe we can try describing this animal. What is this, guys?
A wolf.
It is a
Okay.
wolf.
Excellent, yes. So what can we compare this wolf to? Now remember, we can make comparison or we can think of maybe something that is maybe not as whatever we're thinking about this wolf. So what words can describe this animal? Think of an adjective. Excuse me, what is it?
A wolf is wild.
Okay, you said wild?
Yes, wild.
Wow. All right. What other words can we use to describe this? What do you think of?
Carnivore.
Excuse me?
Maybe carnivore. Or I forgot how to say. ¿Cómo se dice? Cuando tiene que decir. Me olvidé cómo decir fiero.
Oh,
Feroz.
feroz. Should be related with wild. Let me take a look. I forgot the word.
I remember that it's easy.
Fierce. It should be fierce.
Fierce. That could be.
Fierce. All right. So can we think of? Sorry, you can't see what I'm writing. Okay, fierce. So can you think of something that is maybe as wild or fierce as this animal?
A lion.
Okay, so how can we make the comparison with us?
The wolf is as fierce as lion.
As a lion, great. Larissa, could you try to make the same sentence, a similar sentence with wild, please?
The wolf is a wild. It is as wild as lion.
As a lion.
Or as tiger.
As a tiger, great. All right, remember we have other words to make comparison, right? We have, and sorry, my not yet. Let's continue with us. So when something is like almost the same, we say just. No, it's almost the same. And when is
just
yes,
almost.
And almost is when it's similar, right? So can you think of something that is like just as maybe fierce or wild as a wolf?
The wolf is almost as familiar as mm, Siberian dogs.
All right. They are almost as Siberian dogs. All right. And Larissa, could you think something that is just like almost the same,
Okay.
huh? With just as
The
a wolf.
wolf is just small or
Mm,
just as
maybe
is
big
no
because
with other animals.
oh, okay, okay, the same size.
Yes, but a little small. The how I say the wolf is just small
Mhm.
or is
Just as.
just as small as
Just
uh, no, as puma.
yes, it could be. It could be. Yeah, that's correct. But I couldn't understand the last word you said. What were you comparing with?
El puma
Oh,
in English is the same name.
I can
Yes,
Yeah.
hear you
it's
starting.
Cougar or puma, yeah.
Puma, yes. Cougar, cougar.
Cougar.
cougar. Oh, okay, the animal
There is
is
an expression,
cougar.
I don't know if you heard. Yes,
Okay,
Cougar.
yes.
cougar.
There is a brand.
Right? There is almost like an ugly
Yeah.
expression with
¿Conoces esa?
old ladies.
With that phrase, with that word, sorry.
Yeah, with cougar, like it's like for guys, we like like when all guys like to date young girls, they're called sugar daddy, and the same expression is for women,
Oh,
old women that like to date young guys is cougar.
another woman who seeks sexual relationships with much younger men. Oh, we didn't know
Yeah, it's the same
Cougar.
as a sugar daddy. Huh?
that. Wow.
But the
It's
animals,
funny.
So this is for older woman, and the other one is for sugar daddy.
ah,
Cougar.
Yeah, no, it's a little right.
but the animal
Yeah, it's
it
funny.
say
It's cougar.
cougar.
Yeah,
Sorry,
cougar.
I'm turning my camera off. Sorry, you got frozen for a second. Yeah, I don't know. It's just an expression. No, it doesn't always make too much sense.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's think of sheets. So what can we compare sheets with, guys? Think of the color. How can you describe? What words can we use to describe this?
Hmm. Uh,
It could be anything related with what do we look like, or
It's,
maybe,
how I
I
say
don't know,
suave, soft.
price,
soft. Soft. Yeah, it's correct.
stuff. Yeah. I was
Mhm.
thinking of the same word. Yes, correct.
Mm,
That's correct, guys.
fresh. Okay,
Mm,
that is more like drink, no, fresh.
it could be, but I think it's a difficult word to compare. Not
It,
fresh. I'm not
it's
sure.
like my soft.
Yes, I think soft is better.
Mm,
Um,
Mm. Long.
It could be
The
long or big, something like that with the size, no?
yeah. This is the
Because it's not.
sheet. So the sheets are or is the sheet is as longer as tablecloth.
It could be. The sheets are almost, you said?
Yeah, could be almost or just
Okay. Or just?
yeah, as longer as a tablecloth.
Long as the table. Remember, not here, the adjective has to be in the base form. No? Long, big, white, beautiful, just in the base form. So sorry, guys. I don't know why, but today my internet is really bad. I'm trying to fix it, but it's a little bit challenging. Are you still there? So sorry, guys.
Yes, the sugar here.
So sorry, my apologies. All right. So as I was writing, no, the form for adjective is always the base form, no? Is as big as white as beautiful as, no? The form for the adjective is on the base form. No, we don't use the other comparative that we've seen before.
All right, teacher.
All right, great. So sorry, guys. I'm gonna close some tabs that I have open because making a little bit difficult to hear you. And all
We
right, it's not going
can
to be.
stop our video as well.
Yeah, maybe for a little while, and we can try to see if it gets better. Thank you very much, guys. So with soft, right, Larissa? What can you think of something that is as soft as this, as the sheets?
Okay, the sheets um, are soft, no sorry, as soft
Mhm.
as how I say seda.
Oh, I forgot. Let me think. Seda is
Silk.
Silk.
silk. Yes, thank you.
Okay, entonces the sheets are are as
Yes.
are as just no sorry are as soft as silk.
Are as soft as
Silk.
excellent. We're gonna try to practice the next one with just and almost. All right. Let's take a look. Great job, guys. By the way, very good job. Let's see the next one. Okay, a bee, a cute bee.
Mhm.
What can you think of? How can we describe
Oh,
this?
the bee. Mm, mm,
How I say the
bee.
B
Bee.
The
B-E-E. Ah,
Yes.
okay, okay.
yeah.
The B is just noise. It's noisy, ruidoso.
Oh, noisy. Yes, that's correct.
Yes,
But you have to say the
yes.
correct one.
It's noise,
Just as
just as noisy as mosca. ¿Cómo se dice mosca? I
Oh,
forget.
fly.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Yes, I agree with you. Yes, bees are very annoying. It's just as annoying as Flies are very annoying. All right, great. Okay, what about you, Daniel? What do you think? Let's try to use almost. It's very close to, no? But not the same. Almost.
Okay, the bees are as
All right.
thin as the avispas.
All right. Avispa, let me think.
Yeah, wasp.
All right. Great. And we're using almost.
Yes, the bees are almost as thin as the wasp.
Great. Are was. Great job, guys. Okay, let's take a look to the next one. I'm so sorry for the internet inconvenience. Okay, a bat.
A bat.
Well, how can we describe a bat?
A bat is
Black.
just no, they're not black.
Black.
They had
But the picture is black. Mm,
the bats are just as ugly as how do you say cucaracha?
um,
No, I don't know.
no.
cucaracha.
O no sé, algo por decirlo. Pero son
Maybe it's
feos.
the same. Maybe.
Ese fue nuestro perrito, teacher. No vaya a pensar que nosotros gritamos. Mira.
What
Te
is
lo
it?
vamos a mostrar.
Es la perrita que que
Ah.
bosteza y suena así.
Espere, le vamos a mostrar.
I thought it was Larissa that she
No.
said. No, but maybe she saw maybe a picture of a scary cucaracha or something. Oh, so cute.
Está escandaloso.
That's very
Esta
good.
que ustedes.
It's a she or a he?
Sí.
She.
A she? What's her name?
Her name is Kira.
Kira, that's a really cute name. Oh. Is that your dog, Daniel?
Yeah.
So
We
cute.
are with she since 2 weeks ago.
Oh, so you just got adopted?
It's new. The new member.
The new member of the family. No, my uncle get or how can I say bring us to he bring us her. So yeah, it's a baby. She had 2 months. She had 2 months.
So, no, every time that maybe we want to think of something that already happened, always try to think in the past, no? Maybe they got it for you, no?
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
they brought it for
brought
you.
it.
That's related with pay, or maybe you just adopted, no? Maybe you
Yeah, the
adopted.
correct word was brought, right?
Maybe if you pay for it, it's brought. Or it could
Oh,
be
no.
got it. If you don't want to be that specific, no, got is anything that becomes yours, right? I got a cell phone, I got a new haircut, not because you got it. Or I got a new shirt, no, anything that becomes for you, it's related with got, get, will get, etc. No?
I said bring, right? And
Yes.
the past tense is
No.
bro, the same.
Oh,
What is
Broad. No, there is one difference. Let me check. Past tense of bring.
yeah, it's road. The word for
Okay.
bow
Then
is for buy.
past tense of is bought. Yes. Yes. Yes, you're right. Sorry, guys. Sometimes no, it's all the words you get confused. That's why everyone needs to practice. Even when I'm speaking English, like most of the part of the day, it happens. No, it's just a mistake. All right, guys. So I think this one, cucaracha. Who said that?
Yeah, I say
I
that.
think it was you. Okay, and Larissa, could you try to make a comparison of bats with something else?
the bat is almost, how I say, nocturno,
Eh,
night,
mm,
nightly.
Nightly, yeah.
could be nightly, yes.
Um, uh, the bat is almost, no, is as,
No,
is
it's
almost as nightly as, mm,
What
the no,
particular
the
animal?
owl,
owl.
owl, búho,
Yes, yes, or yeah, that's correct. Oh,
owl, okay, owl.
great. Yeah, that's a great comparison. All right, guys. Let's continue. Let's see the next one. Okay, what is this animal, guys? What do you think it is?
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, the bison.
Exactly, yes. So it's a very big animal. What else? How can we describe this animal?
The adjectives are big, heavy,
Yeah.
beautiful. I like
Mhm.
this animal.
Yeah.
Um, he it is or his. What
Yeah,
is
it
the
is.
correct way to say his? Is correct?
It's an animal. No, so the correct
It,
will be it.
It's okay. It's I remember that it's a little aggressive animal
Yeah, it is
or a
actually.
temperamental animal.
Yeah, that's correct. So
And yeah,
what
that's all.
what can we compare this animal with, guys? What do you think?
The bison is just as aggressive as the rhino.
Oh, the rhino. All right, great. What about you, Larissa? What do you think? Let's try to use almost. And you can think of any other adjective. What do you think of when you see this animal? How can you describe this animal?
heavy,
Heavy. All right.
heavy, yes.
So
Mm,
let's think of another animal that is as heavy
mm,
as
rinoceronte.
bison.
Ay, no.
Ya dije rinoceronte.
¿No hay rinocerontes?
Rhino.
Ay, no.
Yeah.
Ah, ya. Entonces, hipopótamo. I have a its name.
Bison.
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 Uh-huh.
The bison is almost heavy,
All right.
as heavy as hippopotamus.
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 Hippopotamus. Yes, that's correct. Great. Yes, they must be very heavy, like I don't know how heavy they are. Do you know, Daniel? How heavy are bison?
I'm not sure, but it's very heavy.
They could
Bison.
be as big as
Vertebra.
elephants, maybe, or no?
Uh, near. Yeah, the adult ones are like
Mhm.
990 kilograms.
Kilograms. Wow,
Kilograms.
that's a lot.
And the
Wow, that's
elephant.
very impressive.
Yeah.
Wow. No, the elephant it's 4,000 kilograms.
So which one is heavier?
The
The
elephant.
the elephant, because
The
the bison
elephant.
is just 990.
Oh, oh, okay. Well, not
It's
quite
it's
as
like
big.
4 bison.
Wow. All right, but for me, the first thing that I thought when I saw it, it was scary. I cannot imagine maybe being on a field and then see a bison. I will freak out. I will froze, and I
Oh,
will cry.
did you see a bison?
No, I've never seen, but I can imagine. No, imagine being on the, I don't know, somewhere,
Yeah,
maybe taking vacations. I don't know. Maybe very scary because these animals, I think they're fast. No, they must be fast.
yeah, like rhinos.
Yes, I don't know. I couldn't. Well, okay, let's see another acute animal. Okay, what about this one? What is this?
A fox.
Yeah, fox. Okay, what
Mm.
do we think when we see or hear of, think of foxes? What type of animals are there? How can we describe them?
The fox are just as intelligent as mm, a dog.
As intelligent as who? What? Sorry?
A dog.
A dog.
Or maybe is more they are more intelligent. But I can't remember.
Maybe because how do you say it? They hunt their food, right? So because they have to find ways to get their food, I think that makes them smart, no?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what do you think, Larissa? What word can you use to describe this animal, this fox?
I don't know. It's faster
It's faster
With
than what?
than wolf.
Than a wolf?
uh,
Maybe.
I don't
It could
know.
be. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's
But
look like
with my comparison, I remember that movie. You remember that the old movie, the duck and the fox.
no, I don't know.
But
It's a cartoon, I think.
the cartoon movie, sorry, I was about to say that. The man, the hunter with the fox and the dog. It was a sadly cartoon movie, but it was good.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember, Larissa, that movie?
No, I don't
Let
remember.
me show her. Maybe she know. This one.
Um, a little.
Yeah,
They were very friends.
How to
yeah, they
say
were.
puede ser traviesos, algo así.
No, eran
Son,
de un
Oh,
cazador y sí era bonita la película y algo le pasó a uno de los dos. No me acuerdo bien cuándo, a cuál. Pero muy bueno.
maybe you can watch the movie in English and try to remember what happens.
Yeah, we can.
All right. So by the way, travieso is naughty.
No.
So
Now,
naughty. No, usually that's a word that we use with kids most of the time, no? Oh, don't be naughty or you will get in troubles or you will get
naughty
time
boy.
out. That's a very common phrase to say that you will be on, we will have a little time to be apart. No, that's time out. Like
Don't be
castigado,
naughty.
that's time out. Don't be
Mm.
naughty. Yes, don't be naughty. All right. All right, but let's remember, Larissa, the comparison has to be with as, you say fast, right?
Yes.
As.
As
So we can say
the
foxes are as fast as, what do you?
foxes are as fast as um, like no as wolf. I don't know.
As wolves. Yeah, well, maybe they are. Not not always the animals, not all animals have to be big to be fast, no? Because obviously running, this could be very sneaky. So great, guys. All right, let's continue. Let's try to see a couple more. All right, what is this? We've seen this in this exercise, no? In the previous exercise.
You
Do
remember
you
that?
remember, guys? What is it?
Hill.
Hill or hints?
Yay, correct.
Hill.
That's correct.
Hills.
Hills, colinas. Ah,
Yes. Yeah. Because there are many, no? Excellent. All right. So how can we describe these hills, guys?
interesting. Hills. Sometimes are green, sometimes are uh, they have a lot of rocks, or maybe they are uh, rocoso, no sé cómo sería.
It could be dry looking, or it could be
Rocky or
rocky,
stony.
yes. Mhm. Or what else? Is it beautiful? Is it ugly? What do you think, guys?
It is beautiful.
Most of the time, I think they are, no? They are beautiful. So let's try to think of ways to compare. What is similar to a hill, guys? Or let's try to do this. Let's try to think of a negative, something that is not, remember, because with negative, with not, we can say, oh, it's not as, no, it's not similar, that's the same. So, for example, maybe down here, not. Okay, there you can see, no, not as, and then with our adjective, and then as, no.
The hills are not as green as the valleys.
All right, great comparison, because they're not the same, right? Valleys usually are maybe a little bit drier, no?
Yeah.
So what can you think of, Larissa? You can use maybe one of these words, maybe beautiful, if you want to, or other
Mm,
adjectives.
the hills are not as high
All right.
as mountain.
Yes,
Mountains.
great. That's
Mountains.
a great comparison. Yes, you are totally right, because hills are usually very, no, not as high, that you can climb them quite fast. No, but mountains, it takes a while to get to the top. So that's a great comparison, Larissa. Great job. All right, let's continue. Let's see a couple more, guys. Maybe not this one.
Mhm.
All right, baby blocks, or I don't know what they're called, like just blocks. Okay, how can we describe this? It's a type of toy, right? For babies, or
Mm,
how can we describe? What words help us to describe this?
Colorful.
yeah, could be.
Colorful. Yeah, great. What else?
I say cuadrado.
Square.
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 That's a good one. The oh, come again? Blocks. The
Blocks? Oh yeah.
blocks are as square as a Rubik cube.
Oh, really good. Great. Yes, they're just as, no? All right. What about you, Larissa?
And the blocks
Mm-hmm.
are, I, what is the word?
As
Almost,
oh yeah,
Oh
almost
yes.
as
almost as colorful as Legos.
Great.
nice.
That's also a good comparison. Yes, because it's the same, no? They come in different colors, and this usually comes maybe in different shapes. If when they're uppercase, they're bigger. When they're lowercase, they're smaller. No, great job. All right, guys. So you are doing very good this part. Let's see, couple more. All right. Do you remember what type of cloth is this? You
Dress?
mentioned
Is
it.
skill.
Silk. Yes.
See what is it?
So,
Seda.
Yeah. Silk. Mhm.
silk, not skill.
Silk.
Silk. It's silk.
Yes. All right, guys. So what is similar to silk? How can we describe it? Almost at what? Almost as. Think of something that is very similar.
I'm sure. I don't know what is silk as silk.
Mm, have you ever tried or touched maybe a fruit or a vegetable which skin is very soft? Sometimes I think of when I touch, I cannot think of a fruit right now, but sometimes they're very soft, and I think of, oh, this is like silk. No, or it could be maybe, I don't know, when you put lotion on your skin. No, sometimes when you have a good lotion, it feels like silk. No, or I don't know what any other thing you can imagine, guys. It could be anything, no?
Is
Because
shine.
the feeling is
Is,
very soft. That's
how I say is brillante, is shining.
all right. Yes, that's correct. Shiny.
Mm, what else?
I'm not sure, but even the shiny doesn't make sense for me.
Mm,
Uh,
Brillante.
Okay. Like a
usually
thread.
still it has not this little shine, no, because
Mm,
it's just something very fine, very delicate, very beautiful. So like when you look like it, no, you look, it has no, but usually it's related with touching, no, something soft. Usually that's the common comparison, but obviously you can also compare how it looks like, no.
okay.
no, because something very delicate, maybe, or maybe
The algorithm,
feminine.
the algorithm is soft as silk.
Mhm. Algodon, if I'm not wrong, is cotton.
Oh, the cotton. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Cotton is as what you say, excuse me?
Soft.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're very, no? When you have something that is 100% cotton, it's very soft. Great. All right, what do you think of Larissa?
I would say gasa o no, no hay ese tipo de.
Mm, I believe there is, but Gaza, I think, it's not very soft, if I'm not wrong.
But it's shiny.
It could be.
But in English, I would say gasa.
Gasa. No existe la
Tela de
Yeah,
tipo de telas.
it's a very Latin
yes.
expression, I think. But you can say gas. It's the same with food, for example. You cannot translate silpancho, for example, no? It's just the name.
It's the name, yes.
Yeah. Or for uh-huh.
The the silk is just as shiny as the gasa.
It could be. It could be. All right. Okay, great job, guys. Let's see, maybe one more, and then we'll see if we have some. Oh, this is delicious. Do you like to eat breakfast for dinner, guys?
For dinner?
Yes.
No, not
No,
really.
never?
No, not really.
Mm. I feel weird now.
Because
You never
yeah,
make that. For lunch is
maybe
common. Dinner,
maybe cereal, teacher. Maybe cereal, but
right.
uh, I can, for example, eat breads or what else?
How I can say
Pancakes.
no, ¿cómo se dice en la tarde? Que no es cena ni almuerzo.
Other.
En la tarde.
Afternoon, like a snack, or maybe.
Snack, yes.
Mhm,
I like it to snack.
like a snack. Yeah. It's very common not to have brunch. You probably have some places in Santa Cruz now that they serve brunch. But it's the same for dinner. You can have pancakes or maybe some fruit or yogurt, maybe tea, eggs. I don't know. I think it's very easy to make when you don't feel like maybe eating something heavy as maybe, I don't know, meat or no, when you want, I don't know, I eat sometimes breakfast for All right, guys. So let's think of, for example, no, like a tasty breakfast. What is? How can we describe this?
Pancake.
Yeah. What do you
But
think?
it is the adjectives are uh, tasty,
What else?
sweet, was sweetie,
Sweet.
sweet, right?
Sweet. Sweetie, it's something that we say maybe with someone that we care or we love. No, it's like cariño, sweetie.
What else? Pancakes.
Or
They are
something
soft as well.
delicious. Yes, they're soft. All right, so let's try this last one, guys. So what is something almost as one of these words? We're talking about pancakes.
Pancakes are almost as sweet as
Okay,
cupcakes.
all right. Yeah, it could be. If they have, well, with the honey, right? The syrup, yeah, definitely. What do you think, Larissa? What is something just as? Just remember, it's like almost the same, no?
Mm, mm, I don't know.
Oh, waffles.
Okay, the pancakes are almost
Just.
with just soft, just as soft as waffles.
Nice, great. Yes, they're definitely very similar. No, I think they just make we make them different.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you uh, learn or understand a little bit better. I know it can be a little bit confusing, especially with just and almost, because it sounds like a trabalenguas, no? It's like
Yeah, it's
it's
almost
not
as
good.
just as.
Yes, it's almost just us. Yes, I agree. So, well, I hope it's easy for you now, maybe to use it. It's another way to compare things, which sounds very sophisticated, maybe I will say, because it's not very common. Maybe that's why maybe Daniel, you didn't hear this too often. Like is most familiar or maybe informal, but as I think is a little bit more maybe proper. I don't know, but okay, I have you learned something that you can use in the future, no? So thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to work on my English lab, and please
Okay.
let me know if you have any problems with the platform, and I'll see you tomorrow in the call. Have a great night,
Okay,
guys.
teacher.
All right,
Thank
teacher.
you.
See you
Thank you
tomorrow.
very
Take
much.
care.
Have a great night.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.